I'd like to welcome all of you to the 2018 Hometown Media Awards celebration. I'm always excited to be part of any of these video awards because we come to our conferences, and by the way, who had a great time today in the workshops and sessions? Do well? Great. But it's always good to, work during the day and for one part of our official conference program, sort of take time and network some more, but also celebrate what we do. And that's the great work that we're going to be promoting tonight. I have the honor to welcome our hosts, but before we do that, some thank yous. First and foremost to our local conference committee staff, and they're listed in our program, played a role in this. Our ACM staff, led by Melissa Place, in coming up with the program format tonight, so let's thank Melissa and the ACM staff. And Deb Vinsel and her crew at Thurston Community Media. Deb is in the corner, running the clip reel. Thank you, Deb. And TCTV for all your help and support. We appreciate it. Now I'd like to introduce and welcome our co-hosts for tonight. First up is Erica Jones. Erica is a native of upstate New York. She has created a home in Somerville and has grown extremely enthusiastic with her work at Somerville Community Media. Since beginning her community media career in 2009, she's developed a better understanding of grassroots community media and its significant role in our technologically driven society. She believes through the use of media and storytelling, social change can take place, which can offer a glimpse into the injustices and uniqueness of many communities. As the Membership and Outreach Director, some primary responsibilities for Erica include marketing and communications, event coordination, partnership and community building, member engagement and support, intern supervision and mentorship, facilitating numerous community media productions, as well as founding the Cinema Somerville Film Screening Series, Rough Cut Media Series, and Potluck and Lecture Series. Erica also enjoys collaborating on digital storytelling programs, which increases awareness about issue-based topics impacting the Somerville community. Erica also serves as chair on the Alliance for Community Media Northeast Region Board of Directors and has been proud member of the Alliance for many years. Our other co-host tonight is Ulysses E. Campbell. Ulysses demonstrated a talent for performing, illustration, and filmmaking as a teenager growing up in New Jersey. He collaborated with friends on the production of a series of comedic short films that screened at comic book and science fiction conventions in New York City. These films gained notoriety that led Ulysses' appearance on the BBC TV documentary program Arena, and a screening for DC Comics executives and Superman creators Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster at the 40th birthday party of the legendary comic book character. Ulysses also won awards as a comic and science fiction convention costumer. Ulysses attended Howard University and went on to establish a successful career in commercial real estate management. However, his interest in film and television never waned. Seeking an outlet for these creative passions finally led Ulysses to become a community media producer at the Public Access Corporation of DC, DCTV, in 2005. Since then, he's produced and marketed a variety of television and radio programming. He's also acted in and provided the voice for radio commercials. You'll hear that when he speaks. Industrials and various television programs. Among the films and television programs in which he's appeared are Veep, House of Cards, Homeland, Madam Secretary, Scandal, Nightmare Next Door, and Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Ulysses has also hosted the Arlington in the Morning Drive Time radio show on WERA 96.7 FM in Arlington, Virginia. He was also elected in 2016 to Advisory Neighborhood Commission 4C in the District of Columbia, where he represents approximately 2,500 residents in single-member District 03. He also serves as treasurer for that commission. He's a member of the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. He also has served on the board of directors of Arlington Independent Media since 2014, and he continues to develop television and radio programming and short films that target local and national markets. So let me first introduce one of our co-hosts to the stage, Ulysses Campbell.
Thank you, Keith. Thanks, everybody. Is everybody having a good time? Are we enjoying Baltimore? Now, I've got to tell you that I love community media, and it's hard for me to listen to people who say that it no longer serves a purpose. In fact, I don't listen to that. I don't let them get away with it, because community media is more important today than ever. Originally perceived as a means to give a voice to ordinary citizens, the mission has become somewhat muted in the face of new technology. And even I have to admit that the question of the continued relevance of community media has come under some scrutiny in a world where someone can record an event using their mobile device and upload that recording to the World Wide Web, where it can potentially go viral within minutes. And people are doing this without the benefit of any special equipment, facilities, or training. And ultimately that's the problem, because while experience is great, people will always do better with the benefit of having had some training. Today, the entire world has witnessed the impact of someone without training serving in a key position. And it's not good. So perhaps the most important thing that members can learn from community media is media literacy. And that's important because something else we're seeing today is what happens when people lack a capacity to critically evaluate media. Now, of course, media literacy is the ability to identify different types of media and comprehend the messages that are being sent. But it also encompasses the practices that allow people to access and create media. Becoming media literate is only the starting point. Some might say that's common sense. But common sense is something that seems to be in short supply today also. And people who lack the ability to analyze and evaluate what they're seeing and being told are people who are easily manipulated. Countering that is what community media is all about. People need to be more savvy about what they're seeing and about what they're hearing. Generally, people read less today, and what they do read is adjusted for limited attention spans. The material isn't always intellectually demanding either. And the way they consume news is dramatically different from just a few years ago. I read a frightening statistic recently that indicated a majority of Americans receive their news and information primarily from social media rather than some established news source. And media literacy is about being able to discern the difference between actual news and propaganda. And there's a sense of ambivalence surrounding traditional established news sources, especially those that are television-based. Many have the idea that TV news is more about sensationalism and ratings than about actual news. This in addition to concerns about who determines what news is reported. Another concern for anybody paying attention is the consolidation of media by specific ownership groups. We've recently seen the U.S. Justice Department grant approval for mergers that allow for control of large segments of motion picture and television media. And the general public isn't knowledgeable about any of these issues, nor do they seem to understand why they ought to care. And in this constantly changing landscape, is that bastion of free speech that is community media. One of the many things that has impressed me about community media are the people who are involved. I've seen firsthand a dedication to the principles of truth and freedom of speech. I've seen a commitment to advocacy and inclusion and diversity. I've seen a tremendous work ethic. Community media is about building community. This is a vital resource that needs to be protected and fought for. We've seen what happens when we take it for granted, and all of us know of community media centers that have closed across the country. And that's a shame. Involvement with community media has greatly enriched my life. I've met good friends, I've been involved in some terrific projects, and it's been a vehicle through which I've been able to express myself creatively. I tell people all the time that among the greatest benefits of membership in a community media center is the availability of the training and access to facilities and equipment at costs well below what is available to the individual at market rates. But despite that, the best thing about membership for me has been the relationships that I've formed. It's the fellowship and camaraderie that I've found. Members who are active in community media are among the most creative people that I've ever encountered. And they're certainly among the most passionate. People come into their local community access center and they've got these projects that are going to change the world. I've learned some things too. I was complaining about technology, but that's because I'm a 20th century man living in the 21st century. I remember film and 3/4 inch video and reel to reel. Let's hear it. But there's stuff today, this stuff is, geez, you got digital audio and digital video, and there's computer generated imagery, and people are attaching cameras to unmanned aerial vehicles, and everybody is doing green screen. And that's just the stuff that I understand. The point is that the incredible explosion of technology is making it possible for community media producers to express the deepest depths of their creativity. And they're doing it on a shoestring budget. And there are more avenues for distribution than ever before. You've got community media producers who aren't just bicycling their shows to other access centers. They're uploading to YouTube and Vimeo, and they're streaming and podcasting and getting more eyes on the work that they produced in community media centers and using community media equipment and community media volunteers. But some funny things happen when people get involved with community media. They start to learn things, and they become more media literate as they get curious about those things around them. I've seen membership in access centers lead to a desire to work professionally in media. Frequently, members seek greater civic engagement. People even want to learn more about the workings of community media through volunteering to work at the center or through board service at their local community media center. Becoming media literate is empowering, and that frequently causes people to step outside their traditional comfort zones. But that's the biggest thing about community media, because everyone is welcome. And that's the spirit of community. And it's a community of which I am honored to be a part. And we all should feel honored. So, of course, we've got an award ceremony, but as we leave, I encourage you to get active, to be creative, and to be an ambassador for this resource that we all love and treasure. Thank you. So, without further ado, I would like to welcome Erica to join me on stage, and we're going to kick off the 2018 Hometown Media Awards. We're going to do that by recognizing the winners in one of our overall excellence categories. Now, award winners, please note that the award presentations will be in the same order as they're listed in your program. We request that you queue to the left of the stage a few awards ahead of your own so you can join us as your award is called. The overall excellence in P, E, or G access awards are given to organizations responsible for any combination of public educational and government access channels and resources. And the winners are...
In the budget category of less than $300,000, Brattleboro Community Television, Brattleboro, Vermont.
Yeah, I say don't laser it.
Class of 2033.
What happens in government?
Be able to help the poor.
He looks angry because he could not go to school with his brothers.
I can do this and do it my own way.
In the budget category of $300,000 to $650,000, Greater Northshire Access Television, Sunderland, Vermont. In the budget category of $650,000 to $1 million, Best of QCTV, Quad Cities Community Television, Champlin, Minnesota.
And everything you encounter is no further than Olympia Cafe.
I'd like to give a shout out to all my friends.
Fines for the back of our trucks.
2017 regular session.
In the budget category of over $1 million, New TV, Your Vision Channel. New TV, Newton, Massachusetts.
Dip down below the Mason-Dixon line.
Lincoln, however, decided to make a series of public appearances across the northern half of the nation.
To make it more. A majestic summer home of an eccentric mistress transforms into a staircase leading nowhere.
Southern Patagonia was a fierce place, threatened the ship's very survival.
The next category is about access and empowerment. These are programs that exemplify how community access television empowers people to speak about issues that affect them. And the winners are...
In the Access Center Professional Division, surprise, there's a TV station in Brattleboro. Brattleboro Community Television, Brattleboro, Vermont.
We produce some of our content. Many of our shows come from people who live right here in the community. Meaning you could walk into BCTV today and start making videos that'll end up on TV. And because BCTV is, at its core, free speech television, you don't need to pitch us on your ideas to get it on.
In the Student Division, Summer at the Firehouse, Manhattan Neighborhood Network's Youth Media Center, New York, New York.
I got to meet new people, I got to expand my horizons, I got out of my comfort zone, and I'm able to learn more about editing and camera usage.
The Access Program promo category recognizes short promotional videos, less than 5 minutes in length, about an access program or channel. And the winners are...
In the Access Center Professional Division, meet our 12-year-old reporter, Lindsley Barrios. Shayla Navarro, Larchmont Mamaroneck Community Television, Mamaroneck, New York.
And I learned so many different things. I learned how to work the camera, I learned how to edit, I've anchored the show with 2 stories so far, and I worked on election night.
In the Independent Producer Division, Shoes of Steel promo. Patricia DiGiglio, Terry Jibbish, Tommy Plato, and Debbie Smith, New Prague, Minnesota. Alexander Promo. Emerito Rivera, Jr., Manhattan Neighborhood Network, New York, New York.
Let's take it back to the date. Count sheep on say they had a float. Carpet with my baby mama, $8 profit from the coffee I pulled. Renting center calling their day. Nobody home, they knocking on the door. Now skirt, 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 skirt. I told her I wanted to.
Okay, next up, animation. These are complete programs using 2 or 3D techniques. And the winners are...
In the Access Center Professional Division, Fairfax Fast Facts, How Our Budget is Built. Sarah Mingo, Fairfax County Government, Channel 16, Fairfax, Virginia.
To this budget request, or not. The proposal represents the amount of money the school system is requesting in a transfer of funds from the county. In February, the county executive releases a draft budget for the board of supervisors and the community to consider. This is called the county.
In the Independent Producer Division, One Peg Boss, Travis Wood, Brooklyn Free Speech, Brick Community Media, Brooklyn, New York.
My cousins live in the neighborhood, so sometimes I run over to their house. One day I parked my bike in the garage. When I came back outside, it was gone. But this time was different, because I knew exactly who stole it. It was local bully Perry on Snow.
In the Student Division, ECAT Promo by Anika Prasad. Anika Prasad, Easton Community Access Television, Easton, Massachusetts.
Category covers news, talk, music, or entertainment audio broadcast from an access center on the radio, internet, or as a podcast. And the winners are...
In the Access Center Professional Division, AOTV and WVAO present A Christmas Carol Live. Atoll Orange Community Television, Atoll, Massachusetts.
What's that? Someone's in the wine cellar with the doors locked and double locked. Something is coming. Something is coming closer.
In the Independent Producer Division, Today in Space, Alex Orfanos, Norwood Public Access Television, Norwood, Massachusetts.
Taking the time to join me. As always, I'm Alex Giovanos, an aerospace engineer and science communicator, and we will be talking about space, the final frontier, our lifelong mission to dive deeper into space science, space fiction, and the near space future, to learn more and blow our minds like never before.
In the Student Division, the Youth Channel Podcast, Manhattan Neighborhood Network's Youth Media Center, New York, New York.
We were talking about before we actually started filming while recording is first dates. What do you guys feel about first dates? Are they intimidating? Do you like going on first dates? How is that? Have you ever been on a date? And how was that experience?
I feel like my least typical first date is to like the candy store.
Economy candy.
Yeah.
That's the quarter base. You impress them with the candy.
Impress them.
Okay, next up we have children's program. Informational or entertainment programs targeted for audiences of children 12 years old and younger. And the winners are...
In the Access Center Professional Division, Kids on Sport, Joe Nicholson, Levi Jones, Thomas Sheldon, and Ann Hammerly, Greater Northshire Access Television, Sunderland, Vermont.
On the field celebrations. Yeah, the question is, do you guys think it's okay to do a big celebration after you've scored a touchdown or a goal or a basket? basketball because we can score a lot, but this is mostly an issue in football. Yeah, I don't think it's okay.
In the independent producer division, Nature Nerds Rule, Porcupine World, John Bodie, Northampton Community Television, Northampton, Massachusetts.
Across the slant, each one of those was a bite mark by the incisors of the porcupine.
This female porcupine figured out another way to fend off predators. Even almost blind, the infrared light of the remote camera set her off, spinning like a whirling dervish.
In the student division, Original Pranksters, Mosaic Movie Making Class, Ryan Scott and Mosaic Movie Class, Catamount Access Television, Bennington, Vermont.
Let's recognize our winner of the Community Events Activism Rallies category, awarded for coverage of community events such as rallies and events intended to bring about social or political change. And the winners are...
In the Access Center Professional Division, The Big Fix, Falmouth Community Television, Falmouth, Massachusetts.
We have 19 homes, so there are 19 families that are either veterans or seniors or living with a disability that can't keep up with all the chores around their house, you know? So we have about 300 volunteers that come out on one day and go through that punch list for people.
In the Independent Producer Division, Legitimate Matters, Divided States of America and Affordable Housing Deception, William Paris and Alan Carlton, Legitimate Matters, Bronx, New York.
Life experiences, addressing the true-to-life needs of common people.
So what exactly is displacement? Displacement, very briefly, is the forced movement of people from their communities, from their homes to other places.
In Student Division, Casa de Son, Miguel Alejo, Dominique Callender, Halima Abadan, Maggie Delgado, and Richard Garrick, Manhattan Neighborhood Network, New York, New York.
I'm a firm believer with power rests with the people, so it's more than just an elected politician saying what he or she has to say. It's more so what are we going to do as a united people to bring the change that we want to bring.
Next up is Community Events General, awarded for coverage of community events such as award ceremonies and other special community events. The winners are...
In the Access Center Professional Division, Haunted Train Ride, Alvaro Tovar, Jordan Tynes, and Jen Jacobs, Norfolk Community Television, Norfolk, Massachusetts. In the Independent Producer Division, Chef in the Market, Skylar Sabine, Connor Caminson, Kenyatta DeBayes, Ben Weddle, and the DCBA, with support from BCAT and Friends of the Arts, Chico, California.
Little pieces of kale here that this is edible, but it's pretty tough. And you just get these nice leaves. So what we do is, when you put oil on there, it kind of mellows that out.
In the Student Division, GHS-TV, a 35-year legacy. Germantown High School Television, Germantown, Tennessee.
I had him for starting my sophomore year. I took an intro to mass communication class with him.
I mentioned in another interview that the Germantown Festival is the first major project of the year.
1983. During each broadcast,
students get the experience of working on an actual news program.
Community events, parades, festivals. Awarded for coverage of community events such as parades and festivals. The winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Beyond Walls Mural Festival, Lynn Community Television, Lynn, Massachusetts. In the Independent Producer Division, Ramblin' in the Old North End, Tessa Talagnon, Channel 17, Town Meeting TV, Burlington, Vermont.
Where the installations have been put.
I saw you last year at the Ramblin'. How many years have you been doing this?
I think I've done 3 of them. There's a mermaid sculpture already there.
In the Student Division, Dia de los Muertes, Manhattan Neighborhood Network Student Media Center, New York, New York.
5 years ago, I would say, celebrating here at Minnesota Body.
Oh, good question. It leads to how do we honor the dead, and is there something after this life?
Part of life, right? Because this is people come, they die, they're reborn. It's kind of like a different outlook of how to view life.
Next category is community impact. These are awarded to programs that generate community involvement. And the winners are...
In the Access Center Professional Division, Operation Warm Hearts, Office of Communications, Broadcast Services, and Community Engagement, Shelby County Schools, Memphis, Tennessee.
Be at Oakport Mall today until 6 p.m.
Some of the Christmas carols we studied were Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Silver Bells, Jingle Bells, Secrets of Snow.
Thank you to our community partners, thank you to the families, thank you to our employees for coming out this morning.
In the Independent Producer Division, Alzheimer's, Caring for Pat, Val Jeffrey, Cupertino Television Productions, Gilroy, California.
She had a good sense of humor. She loved people. In short, I was a very interesting, very lovely lady. I didn't even know what dementia was, so I had no thought about dementia.
Well, looking back, what was the first dementia warning sign?
In the Student Division, Crimestoppers Episode 3, Daciana Kimbrough and Micah Tubbs, Hardin County Educational and Community Television, Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
The vehicle had been set on fire on a logging road just off Nicholas Street. When officers arrived at the scene, the vehicle was still engulfed in flames. Firefighters arrived shortly to extinguish the fire. The suspect has since been cleared by investigation.
The Cultural Perspectives category recognizes programs that enhance appreciation of diverse ethnic and cultural groups or lead to greater understanding of foreign countries, their people, and customs. The winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, On View, Sacred Arts of the Black Atlantic, Regional Educational Television Network, and the Fleming Museum, Burlington, Vermont.
Both the slave trade and the movement of free people. Ever since the Enlightenment, Europeans and especially Protestants have been very conflicted about the meaning of things in our lives.
In the Independent Producer Division, On the Banks of El Canal, Martha Yesenia Juarez and Luis Alcazar, Central Valley Community Foundation, Community Media Access Collaborative, Fresno, California.
After school, there were boys around and I hang out in the front yard.
Flores blooming, higos ripening, mujeres con cubetas cantando, con sus niños llorando, esposos gritando, and women breathing in the air
of tierra and pesticides.
In the student division, Perspectives of El Barrio, the production team from Perspectives of El Barrio, Manhattan Neighborhood Network's Youth Media Center, New York, New York.
Only time will tell if the government will listen to the people's demands or press onward with their projects regardless.
Now for our next presentation of winners in an overall excellence category. Overall excellence in government access, awarded to an organization that operates only in government access channels and resources. The winners are...
In the budget category of less than $300,000, the Omni Center for Public Media, Inc., Carmel, Indiana.
We're located in the heart of Indiana. We are a community that has won numerous awards all over the United States.
Mr. Michael Feinstein!
In the budget category, $300,000 to $650,000, EGTV, Elk Grove Television, Elk Grove Village, Illinois.
Elk Grove Library.
Food and drink tickets are available online now.
In support of public education and government access, cable television, and community media centers.
In the budget category, $650,000 to $1 million, HOM TV staff and interns, Okemos, Michigan.
I've actually been on our show multiple times. Police department isn't busy saving lives, they're busy teaching the youth.
Thank you for joining us here on Coffee Break. I'm Kayla Petrillo.
And you've won awards. Wow. What do you know the names of the awards that you've won?
With the Lady Silver Blades Ice Skating.
In the budget category, over $1 million, County Cable Montgomery, Montgomery County Government, Montgomery County, Maryland.
Now moving to our next category of Democracy in Action, awarded to the programs that cover national, state, or local elections, and the winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Decision 2017, Election Night, Jen Adams and Stephen Kessinger, New TV, Newton, Massachusetts.
Maybe Charlie could...
But all of Ward 3 is in.
Yes, but she's at large.
As a city councilor, that was a full-time job. Absolutely. And a lot of these people hold full-time jobs in addition. So.
In the Independent Producer Division, Bellrica Votes 2017, Yaakov Reef, Bellrica Access Television, Bellrica, Massachusetts.
Bellrica Center on Boston Road. We thank you for joining us tonight for our live election night coverage of the Billerica town election. We can now announce that Mike Rosa and Ed Giroux shall be sworn in as our two new selectmen. Congratulations. You can see the results here.
And next up are those in the documentary category, awarded to documentary format programs about an event, occurrence, or issue of social importance. The winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, The Johnny Effect, Andrew Fulton Jr., Brooklyn Free Speech, Brick Community Media, Brooklyn, New York.
Can you show your way down the shower? When I leave, I come home, it's okay. Everybody, naturally, I know tomorrow I come there again. But I yeah, that's my job.
In the division of independent producer, Solar, the evolution of a one-man band. William Spillett, Mark Rennie, and Laura Rennie. Metro East Community Media, Gresham, Oregon.
The common link between all these people has to be their mechanical ability. And I guess with these mechanically inclined people, they decided that they're going to have to make it.
They either must be really bored or really talented.
In the student division, Gayutsu Mirai. Performing arts is the future. Saoirse Loftus Reed, Lex Media, Lexington, Massachusetts.
Team player from Hawkins.
The documentary biography category awarded to documentary format programs that examine a person or organization. The winners are...
In the Access Center Professional Division, Uyama Rising, Rajesh Barnabas, Rochester Community Media Center, Rochester, New York.
Has to be made aware of the importance of going into it.
Do you know any black game designers out there?
Unfortunately, I do not. It's pretty rare. It's something that I've discussed at length with RIT, UR, UNMCC, some of the more prominent colleges here in Rochester.
In the division of independent producer, The Blessing and the Curse, David Kennedy and Cindy Wathan Kennedy, Central Valley Community Foundation, Community Media Access Collaborative, Fresno, California.
It was the debut in September of 2015, number 5.
In the student division, The Last Farmer, Abigail Davis, Madeline Davis, CART and Community Media Access Collaborative, Fresno, California.
We packed everything up with the kids. If I could get a lifetime at state, there's nothing that I work for that I can give to my boys.
And next up, winners for educational activities awarded for videos that describe school-sponsored programs or featured events sponsored by educational institutions or school districts.
In the division of Access Center Professional, Reynolds School District High School, welcome Emily Vidal, Ivana Horvath, and John Lugden, Metro East Community Media, Gresham, Oregon.
School District. We are happy you are here. The school secretary will provide you with a school calendar. This is the school library, where your student can go check out books. Your student will be given a locker, math, and science.
In the division of independent producer, exploring the natural and cultural ecology of Belize, Mark Klein, Lucy Graham Byers, Jennifer Cohen, and Eugene Cleary, Regional Educational Television, Burlington, Vermont.
Including restoration efforts to grow more coral gardens.
In the student division, Thank a Veteran Program, GMPS TV crew, and Robert Zahn, Great Neck Public Schools, Great Neck, New York.
Figured that this is probably the fifth a lot of common messages that we can share with them about sacrifice and hard work.
What's involved with being in the military, and I think that helped them to understand when they look around and see soldiers and sailors, and they get some sense of what these people are doing.
In the educational profile category, awarded for programs that promote educational institutions or showcase a school, district, students, or employees at work. And the winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, football player tackles physical disability league. Patrick Richmond, Tron Lee Smith, and Stephanie Everson, 88.5 FM, C19 TV, Shelby County Schools, Memphis, Tennessee.
This perseverance, I'm open to try anything.
The easiest thing to do is to find a reason, find a way to say why you can't do something.
In the Independent Producer Division, Shelby County Schools report Allison Long, Mallory Kennedy, Mark Deal, and Leonid Mazur, Germantown High School Television, Germantown, Tennessee.
Charlotte Young is in her second year as principal at Haven Middle School.
She's like a very loving person. Usually when you meet new people, they're hard to talk to.
Maybe it's just trying to find out what they give eats. And I can't take everybody home. And I know I'm crazy enough to take everybody home.
In the Student Division, A Day in the Life, Black Hills High School and Tumwater Middle School, Tumwater, Washington.
We usually go to our first period to start the day, choir, band, orchestra, and the elementary schools have been trying really hard to be prepared.
I think the TMS is a special place because of the sense of community that we have here. Moving on to Entertainment and Arts Series, awarded to programs designed to entertain and amuse using visual, media, or performance arts, sports commentary, and entertainment talk shows. Our winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Timestamp, Haas Werleson and Sean Harrington, Manchester Historical Society, Greater Northshire Access Television, Sunderland, Vermont.
By gunsmith John Dowd in Goshen, Connecticut. So he died in March.
In the Division of Independent Producer, Mono, Steve Dunning and Jeff Linebeck, Greater Northshire Access Television, Sunderland, Vermont.
Brains and the slow life I imagine God enjoys. Because when it comes to God, his hospital is a field, his imagination a bovine.
In the Student Division, Town City, DJ Fitzgerald, Elena Fitzgerald, and Bracken Stevens with support from BCAC TV and Friends of the Art, Chico, California.
13 years ago when I picked up the cello, part of what got me on the road, I was in Madison, Wisconsin, and I was working and all that. One day while I wasn't at work, a couple of cops came in there looking for me. Child support.
Now for Entertainment and Arts, single episode. Awarded to a single episode of a program designed to entertain and amuse using visual, media, or performance arts, sports commentary, and entertainment talk shows. And the winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, LHS Football Locker Room Pregame, Rick Dorrington, Lex Media, Lexington, Massachusetts.
This is family, guys. This is family in here. I love you. I'm proud of you.
In the Independent Producer Division, Shoes of Steel, Episode 4, Pull Across, Part 1. Patricia DiGidio, Terry Gibbish, Tommy Playtech, and Debbie Smith, New Prague, Minnesota.
They shouldn't be at all.
In the Student Division, The Nathan Ernst Borjali Show, Nathan Borjali and Terry Samaras, Lex Media, Lexington, Massachusetts.
Shaving cream.
Shaving cream.
Thank you. Okay, and then
I eat this. Mr. Coombs here, and he's about to sing something that plays guitar. Shout out to everybody else there. Thank you for watching. We're back for 5. We're going to see you on the 6th. Have a nice day.
The experimental category, awarded to a risk-taking or unique work that challenges traditional boundaries using innovative production techniques. And the winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, SCS Back to School 2017, Angel Ortez, Sean J. Smith, Sean Pachuki, Christian Ross, and Stephanie Everson. 88.5 FM, C19 TV, Shelby County Schools, Memphis, Tennessee.
Let's go have some summer fun.
Hey, welcome. How was your summer?
Back to school, August 7th, 2017.
In the Division of Independent Producer, Crowdsourced Cinema, Back to the Future, Al Williams, Northampton Community Television, Northampton, Massachusetts.
Are you trying to tell me the destination?
Please, no! Look, I need your help. I have to ask Marie out, but I don't know how to do it.
In the Student Division, Woburn Memorial High School Lip Dub 2017, Brian Ouellette and the WMHS yearbook staff, Woburn Public Media Center, Woburn, Massachusetts.
Flying up no ceiling when we in the zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet, feel that hot blood in my body when it drops.
The category of government activities, awarded for videos that describe government programs and services or feature events sponsored by government agencies. And the winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Adult Detention Center Community Labor Force, Sean Metzger, Fairfax County Government, Channel 16, Fairfax, Virginia.
With other people, it increases pretty much them wanting to be in society more.
In the Division of Independent Producer, The Crystal Heart Show, Civil Rights Legend Dorothy Height, Mark Sanders, Manhattan Neighborhood Network, New York, New York.
With the issuance of the Dorothy Height Forever Stamp.
It is such an honor and such a joyous day to have Dorothy Irene Height, the iconic leader of NCNW.
Now for government meeting coverage, awarded for programming that helps citizens understand and follow local government meetings. And the winner is...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Pasco City Council, John Funfar, Pasco City Television, Pasco, Washington.
And I have to tell you, it was such a great feeling.
250 jobs, I believe. 2018's chemical purchases. And with that, we are adjourned. Thank you all for coming tonight. Government Profile, awarded for programs that feature government departments or that showcase government employees at work. And the winner is...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Protecting Our Marine Wildlife with the New York State DEC, Carol Trottery, Allen Ginsberg, Samantha Holland, and Zoe Peck, North Hempstead Television, Manhasset, New York.
These coastal bays as nursery areas. Due to the proximity of Manhasset Bay to the Hudson River, this is one of the first bays that these young fish will encounter, so it serves as an important nursery ground for them.
Our next category is Informational Talk Show
series, awarded to discussion programs, interviews designed to inform viewers on a specific topic. And the winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Driving Peabody Forward with Mayor Betancourt, Gus Margiotta, Sarah Dunn, Mayor Ted Betancourt, Peabody Access Telecommunications, Peabody, Massachusetts.
Those are specifically put at different points around the lake picnic areas. And there will be a spot for, we're going to have a couple of gazebos, and then there'll be a couple of docks for fishing and for paddle boats. We kind of did the one side.
In the Independent Producer Division, the Cambridge Calendar, Aaron Tapney, Pete Septoff, Avery Dwyer, Andrew Gerson, Camille Nasser, and Sean Eiffel, Cambridge Community Television, Cambridge, Massachusetts.
That's actually a Soltosaurus, which is a tennis. So we want to try to accommodate as many people as we can.
If so, the Cambridge Square branch of the public library. Tell us about your upcoming events by adding us to your mailing list.
In Student Division, Crosstalk Compilation, Allison Long, Germantown High School Television, Germantown, Tennessee.
1939.
It's one of the largest economic hubs in the Mid-South. Whether you're going on family vacation or traveling overseas to visit a relative, Memphis International is key to flying long distance.
Where they control within the 35-mile radius of the city. It's controlling about 35 miles, up to 16,000 feet.
In the category of informational talk show single episode, awarded to discussion programs, interviews designed to inform viewers on a specific topic, the winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Around Queens with Lucia Dragos, Materials for the Arts, Daniel Leone, Lucia Dragos, and Eddie Duran, Queens Public Television, Flushing, New York.
CEDA, which was the Comprehensive Employment and Training Act.
In addition to getting that sequin, you can also sit there and have something as practical as cups, plates, forks, knives, utensils, lampshades if you need a changeover.
In the Division of Independent Producer, Innovation Showcase, Team Hoyt, Jay Sugarman, New TV, Newton, Massachusetts.
This is us down in Virginia Beach, running a half marathon, rock and roll half marathon, and they were the very first Team Hoyt.
Dick said, hey, you know, Rick needs a whole new chair built. He had just had a rod put in his spine.
In the Student Division, Crosstalk, Memphis Massacre of 1866, Allison Long, Germantown High School Television, Germantown, Tennessee.
Where African Americans could come and say, my neck was swollen up the next day, and for weeks I could not talk to anyone.
No matter who, men or women, he shouted. He was the most disorderly man I saw.
It was confined almost wholly to within the city limits of Memphis.
Our next winners are in the category of instructional training. These videos provide how-to advice or teach a subject or skill.
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Folding and Disposing of an American Flag, Carmel Fire Department, City of Carmel, Carmel, Indiana. In the Division of Independent Producer, Genealogy Quick Start, Chamalay Jordan, Phillycan, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
For genealogy. Which test do you take, and what do you do once you receive the results? All of that and more on Genealogy Quick Start.
In the Student Division, How to Make a YC Weekly, Manhattan Neighborhood Network's Youth Media Center, New York, New York.
Step 1. First, we find out that we have to write a YC Weekly.
Why are you guys working? And then get ready to go out and do YC on the streets.
Incidentally, this is also the first time we look at the script.
You had a problem with the script. You could have brought it up beforehand.
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
It's now time to honor our winners in the category of Overall Excellence in Public Access, awarded to organizations that operate only public access channels and resources. And the winners are...
In the budget category of less than $300,000, Marblehead Community Access and Media, Inc., Marblehead, Massachusetts.
First thing we do is we turn to people and say, welcome to Marblehead.
When this community is challenged with hate, we rise up.
In the budget category of $300,000 to $650,000, Fall River Community Media, Fall River, Massachusetts.
I just serve coffee.
And that's a lot of, you still get flavor with other vegetables.
I've been singing songs of Christmas.
Council meeting, that's right. And boy, what a meeting, huh?
Nagsuot po may bang po na nasa Facebook yung mga sulit
Penelope, Dino, Mary, Kathy, Joe, all my sisters, my nephew Jeffrey, Caitlin, Anne-Marie, and Elizabeth.
In the budget category of $650,000 to $1 million, PATV's Year in Review, Public Access Television, Lake Success, New York.
Really unique opportunity.
Felix.
Talk to the mayor.
This understated, wonderful gathering where everybody can come and go.
New Year for the Asians, Chinese, and Koreans. And today is our festival day.
I loved every one of them. They were all newsmen.
In the budget category of over $11 million, Philly Camp, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Outdoors for workshops, events, live taping, and networking. Philadelphians took to the streets in increasing numbers, exercising their rights to free speech, and Philly Camp producers were there covering it all.
Today we're going to speak to people about the importance of science and why they feel that now is an important time to have their voices heard.
We are here in Washington, D.C. in front of the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission.
Now for our local performances winners, featuring music concerts, plays, or dance performances.
In the division of Access Center Professionals, Ham Jams with Eva Westfall, Shavarsh Morrissey, Access Framingham, Framingham, Mass.
Hi, welcome back. We just heard the song February by Ava Westfall.
What did they say? I remember Alicia Keys was like, she has a pure tone, and I remember that because she's my idol.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then Blake was really nice.
In the division of Independent Producer, Spotlight on Fine Art, The Thursdays. Diane Steimel, Chelmsford Telemedia, Chelmsford, Massachusetts.
You can actually, there's a link to sign up to be an audience member so you can cheer on the Thursdays in person.
In the Student Division, SH Cultural Heritage Night, Robert Simon, Great Neck Public Schools TV, Great Neck, New York.
magazine shows, programs comprised of several pre-produced segments or stories on different topics introduced by a host or narrative. And the winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Around Town, 122717, Steve Marks and Laura Bean, Boston Neighborhood Network, Boston, Massachusetts.
Right there. That's very big. Do you recognize that one?
No. It's a pine tree.
I don't look at trees.
This is a little pine sapling.
In the Division of Independent Producer, Inside the Classroom with Ashley Dreher, featuring New York State Teachers of the Year. Ashley Dreher, Rich Zapp, Tim Marcolini, and NYSUT, Grand Island, New York.
I teach a section of Science Explorations, which is a local science course here.
I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the New York State Teachers of the Year in action inside their classrooms.
In the Student Division, Poppin', presenting our perspectives on Philly Youth News, Phillycam, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Run across the street or like behind my house that costs like $500,000 just to, afford. And nobody, that's not true affordability. Nobody can afford $500,000. I work 2 jobs and I can't afford those things at all.
The Mixed and Transmedia category features programs that use different media forms, such as still imagery, animation, transmedia, puppetry, spoken word, and others. The winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Quincy Recreation Department's Dog Days of Summer, Barry Welch and Mark Crosby, Quincy Access Television, Quincy, Massachusetts.
7 to 9. Volleyball, July 3rd, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
In the Division of Independent Producer, Pitching Match, Paul Ezzy, Brookline Interactive Group, Brookline, Massachusetts.
There's a hole in my heart.
I cannot sleep for dreaming. My hair will soon be steaming. But God forgive me, I'm a good witch.
I want to go for a walk.
A walk? Oh, that sounds pretty mundane to me.
In the Student Division, Everybody Tells Me Everything, Nicholas Hall and Neely McKee, Cambridge Community Television, Cambridge, Massachusetts.
This is reporting.
It worsens. So many things are going so right for so many of the wrong persons.
The music video category includes programs that feature the creative fusion of original music and video images. The winners are...
In the Access Center Professional Division, Marissa the Librarian, Marissa Antosh, Chris Lawn, and Andrew Barker, Norfolk Community Television, Norfolk, Massachusetts.
Just you wait. Marissa the Librarian, book drop.
In the Division of Independent Producer, American Dreamer, Open Your Eyes, Melissa McClung, Northampton Community Television, Northampton, Massachusetts. In the Student Division, Poloetic, Dejour McKinley and Jordan Ribbon, Metro East Community Media Producers, Gresham, Oregon.
The news category recognizes organizes regularly scheduled programs providing coverage of local issues, people, places, and events through reports, interviews, and video clips. Our winners are...
In the Access Center Professional Division, AISD in 3, September 18th, 2017. Tiffany Sanders, Bobby Longoria, Gary Wilkinson, Pamela Williams, Jara Colares, and AISD TV staff, Austin Independent School District, Austin, Texas. In the Division of Independent Producer, PhillyCam Voices, the Voices reporting team from PhillyCam, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
One-time thing with the support that we get from people all over.
Be a free haircut and shape up, and I think it was pretty nice.
Respect for veterans. My family, on the other hand, they had a little different take.
Do whatever he wants to show his own views and whatnot, but we all have our own right to protest against that.
The perfect diva.
In the Student Division, newscast Wake Up Germantown, Allison Long, Germantown High School Television, Germantown, Tennessee.
I feel like what they have to say is important.
For some students, these organizations connect them with others like them.
Now for our original drama comedy winners, which include presentation of an original comedy or dramatic script written for television.
In the Access Center Professional Division, The White Chalet, Erica Bradley, Norman Hall, and Marcelo Mendez, Public Access Television, Lake Success, New York.
Everybody loved her.
Strong of me to get angry with.
In the Independent Producer Division, number 37, Danny Kim, Public Media Network, Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Do you wonder if your reflection is staring back at you?
Yes. No. No.
In the Student Division, Just Film Things, GNPS TV film students, and Robert Zahn, Great Neck Public Schools, Great Neck, New York.
Our next category is public service announcements, short videos less than 1 minute promoting a community event or organization or presenting a particular social message. The winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Spring Rabies Clinic, Ruth Jones and Mark Crosby, Quincy Access Television, Quincy, Massachusetts.
Lydia?
In the Independent Producer Division, How to Eat a Pizza, Johnny Finity, Burlington, Vermont.
Box. Grease is okay, but no stuck on food. Food and recycling do not mix. Learn more at cswd.net/recycle.
In the Student Division, Get Involved, DCTV Youth Media Network, Public Access Corporation of the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C.
And contact them. And 10 town hall meetings.
You, the people, have the responsibility and the ability to change the world around you. Research, develop a plan, get involved.
inspirational, programs dealing with religion, spirituality, or acknowledging a connection with a higher power. The winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Ikepono, Episode 3, Naleo TV, Hilo, Hawaii.
Justice system.
We want to break that. We want to give them hope. We want to equip them and let them know that there is hope and there is a future.
They're now searching for the truth, not of who society places them in, a category or part of this group. They're really finding who they are.
In the Division of Independent Producer, Lifeline in Concert, Joe Roche and CJ Luck, Town Square Television, Inver Grove Heights, Minnesota.
Level higher and never give up. You gotta push him full-time dreamer. I'm a full-time, I'ma keep going. Full-time dreamer.
In the Student Division, Unspoken Words, Peabody Access Television, 2017, Work-Study Students, Peabody, Massachusetts.
And take care of each other and be good to each other.
Use your voice because your voice is the strongest weapon there is.
To treat everybody with respect because you never know when it's the last time that you're gonna get a word into them.
And now for the winners of sports coverage, game of the week or coverage of a sports activity or competition.
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Cottage Grove Pickleball, Ann Schweisguth, Brian Schmidt, South Washington County Telecommunications Commission, Cottage Grove, Minnesota.
The only one voting was his mom.
I just keep expanding who I can get to come and play with me.
Don't be intimidated. Come out and try it. You'll have fun, and you get a good workout. Meet a lot of nice people.
I'd say anyone who's laying on the couch watching this, get off your butt and get out here.
In the Independent Producer Division, The Body Smith Workout, Larry Smith and Frank Martin, Metro East Community Media, Gresham, Oregon.
2 more. Last one. Now stay up on top. Hold it right here. Lunge back. Back down. Good work.
In the Student Division, Belmont Football 2017, First Look 3.0, Lucas Tragos, Belmont Media Center, Belmont, Massachusetts.
D, we learn from repetition. There is no Friday night without Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. There is no teamwork without family, no trust without accountability. Do your job.
Underserved Voices, programs produced by individuals with developmental or physical challenges or created about subjects of interest, areas of concern, and underserved communities. And the winners are...
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Ashley Story, Desiree McMahon, Ava Ludwig, and Gus Margiotta, Peabody Access Telecommunications, Peabody, Massachusetts.
She was the child that saved my life. Wednesdays because he loves going upstairs and playing with all the kids and the volunteers. But I'm a mother, I'm a sister, I'm an aunt, I am a daughter.
In the Division of Independent Producer, A More Perfect Union, Ashes to Ashes, Natalia Munoz, Northampton Community Television, Northampton, Massachusetts.
To him belong.
One day you grabbed me by my collar, dragged me to the huge red bone.
In the Student Division, more alike than different. Ryan Molly, Mac McDowell, Regional Educational Television Network, Burlington, Vermont.
I'm not a sports. I have 2 cats named Johnny Cat and Sadie. I like to play the piano.
And also the guitar. I always like making jokes. We are more alike than different.
Next up is voter education, programs that increase participation in voting in local elections.
In the Division of Access Center Professional, Cape Cod Regional Tech Vote, Lower Cape Community Access Television, Eastham, Massachusetts.
Cape Cod Regional Technical High School, our current facility, and determined the cost of renovation versus new construction was essentially equal. Shows the estimated tax impact over a 30-year period on those 12 towns.
In the Student Division, Tell It Like It Is, Northampton Local Elections, Flor Castillo-Rivas, Jarrett Smith, and the NHS Technology students, Northampton Community Television, Northampton, Massachusetts.
We often have uncontested races. That is not unusual. I would love to see a way to make our government more representative.
I went out to ask Northampton citizens about the upcoming election.
Web-based programs are international or entertaining programs designed for internet streaming. The winners are
In the Access Center Professional Division, Shop Lakewood Spotlight, Aliachi Pizza and Pasta, Sally Cordova Gallagher, City of Lakewood, City TV, Lakewood, California.
With meatballs. Don't forget the garlic bread. Shop Lakewood.
In the Independent Producer Division, Real Biggest Movie of All Time, Dorking Out About Inflation. Christopher Allen Smith and Ben Weddle, with support from BCAC TV and Friends of the Arts, Chico, California.
It's not even close. I mean, look at this. So there's inflation and how your money changes over time. Now remember this when you're negotiating your salary, you're saving for college.
In the Student Division, Trump's Book Club skit, Masio Dotston, Maya Cohen, MATV, Spring Video Blast 2017, Malden, Massachusetts.
It's dedicated to my ex-wives, Ivana and Marla, and it's also dedicated to Melania, because she's next. You should totally buy it, it's gonna be huge.
I think we needed that. And now, without further ado, it is time for our final Overall Excellence Award winners of the evening. Overall Excellence
budget category of less than
$300,000.
Great Neck Public Schools, Great Neck, New York.
Like a
job.
And video from broadcasts of the 1950s and 1960s.
Believe it or not,
The budget category of less than $300,000.
kids who are
Great Neck
competing in
Public
the Putnam
Schools,
County
Great
Spelling
Neck,
Bee.
New York.
And video from broadcasts of the 1950s and 1960s.
Believe it or not, a spelling bee. It's about these 6
Category of
kids who are competing in
$300,000
the
to
Putnam County Spelling Bee.
$650,000. AISD TV Crew, Austin Independent School District, Austin, Texas.
In the budget category of $300,000 to $650,000, AISD TV Crew, Austin Independent School District, Austin, Texas.
In the budget category of over $1 million, Youth Capital Commentary 2017. Olelo Community Media, Honolulu, Hawaii.
Many unique and amazing offices. And yeah,
In the budget category of over $1 million, Youth Capital Commentary 2017. Olelo Community Media, Honolulu, Hawaii.
many unique and amazing offices. And yeah, it was a cool experience.
do one larger round of applause for everybody in the room who won awards tonight. And also the people who did not win awards tonight. That matters too. That matters too. And on behalf of the ACM and everyone here, we both thank you for the hard work that you're doing each and every day. And please stay for dessert out in the lobby. There's also a nice setup for getting your professional photograph taken. And yeah, and that's it. That concludes the show.